Hey guys, welcome to the Tone Show. My name is Anthony Tone Show Nunez, and today I want to talk about the downsides of this possible Disney Fox deal.
Now look at this. Madness the magnet.
So the mouse got its Fox. The mouse finally closed in on Fox. Looks like the purchase is gonna go through. What are the downsides? What are the possibilities that might happen of this deal that might be negative for comic book fans and lovers of comic book movies like myself and yourself? You guys heard about the rumors that Dark Phoenix, X-Men Dark Phoenix movie, and the New Mutants movie, which Fox was working on, looks like they're sidelined. Some people are saying canceled, some people are saying they're on hold. These movies might not fit or go in line with Kevin Feige's vision of what's happening with the MCU right now. Also, like, what's the critical fallout? What if these movies do horrible, right? Then they have to pick up the pieces. So they're starting with a clean slate. That's what I think. I think they're cutting these movies off. The New Mutants movie looked like a movie that was going in more in the horror direction from the trailer. So it doesn't go in what present day MCU is. I think that's basically one of the biggest downsides of this whole deal, is that you're getting one voice. Take, for example, Blade. We all love Blade, right? Blade 1, 2, and 3 came out on New Line Cinemas. And as fans, we all loved it. Critically, they didn't do that well. They weren't really well received. Even Blade 2, which I think is my favorite and a lot of people's favorite, wasn't even well received by some critics. But the fans loved them, and financially they were good. They almost doubled the budget on these movies, on all the Blade movies. But Marvel's had the rights since 2013, and they sat on them. Why? Because it doesn't fit in probably with what they're trying to say. The Avengers storyline right now, all the Avengers movies, all the movies leading up to the Avengers movies, they all had a continuity, a sync, a tone. And the Blade movie is horror. It's a horror movie. It's a superhero horror movie, which is really what I love. But it's right there. It's a horror movie, and it doesn't probably fit with what they're trying to say. I think that's the reason they kind of kept it on the side. It wasn't like a success right away. It's not like Deadpool, for example. Deadpool is on Fox. The odds of him coming over to the MCU are very high because it's been successful on its own. So Disney's not going to turn away money. But Blade financially was good for New Line Cinema. They were doing over $100 million on the movie. For Disney, that's not big. Their budgets alone are over $100 million for some of these superhero movies. So Blade, even at $65 million to make for the first three in the 90s, you have to account for inflation, right? Those movies would still not be a big bang for Disney. Like, they need something that's a home run. Kevin Feige doesn't want to make a movie that's 50-50. Like, they don't know if it's going to be a good hit for them. They want something that's a sure hit. That's what they're hitting with A-list characters. Why do you think they went for Spider-Man and not Blade? Because Spider-Man would be a sure hit, right? If Marvel did Spider-Man, which they did, and they did it right, it'd be a sure hit, and it was. But Blade, it's kind of like a 50-50 there. They're not sure if it's going to be successful. The three movies didn't do outstanding critically for Marvel, and they just don't want the money. They also want the critical success. And I think of Blade as a good example of why the Fox Disney deal might not be the best. They've been sitting on Blade since 2013. And look at the characters that they put on Netflix. They put Daredevil, which had a movie which wasn't successful, and critically no one loved. They have Luke Cage, which was never introduced before, Iron Fist, never introduced before, and Jessica Jones. Now these are four characters which are great, and I really enjoy the shows on Netflix, but they're not playing on the big screen. Same thing for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. So Blade probably has a better chance playing on the small screen like Netflix. I'm just not sure if Wesley Snipes, who's interested in still doing a Blade movie, would be interested in doing a Netflix show, or if even Netflix even approached them about that. But that's one of the negatives of this deal. We're talking about less opportunity for different stories to be told, especially stories that don't really fit in with the current MCU continuity. Like Kevin Feige and the people over there, they're very precise, meticulous about everything they do. Every movie character they introduce is with a purpose down the line for another phase. So I'm not sure if Marvel's going to tell those stories now, like a Blade story. For example, Sony's doing, I think there was some rumors of they're doing a Morbius movie. And Sony can do things like that. Like the Venom movie seems like it's a horror movie kind of. You could say it's horror action, which is something that Marvel I don't think would tackle right now, because why risk it, right? Why risk that market when you have the A market, you have the family market, the backpack market? So a lot with this deal going forward, it's going to be great because we're going to get Wolverine, hopefully. We're going to get all our X-Men characters in the MCU playing together with the Avengers. But a lot of small characters probably are not going to be shown. And if they're shown, they're going to be shown on the small screen on Netflix maybe. Because again, why take the chance? And I think the New Mutants and the Dark Phoenix might be a little bit different of a case than that. But New Mutants, the horror angle that we're taking probably is one of the big reasons that we're like, put this on hold. It doesn't jive with what we're doing. And that's one of the sad things about having one company always winning, taking all the swings. You want to have other companies doing it, like Sony, for example. The reason they could do a Venom movie, they were talking about a Black Cat movie, is because they have to play with these other characters because those are the characters they have. Marvel has all the big, nice characters, the shiny ones. Everybody wants to see the Iron Man, the Captain America, the Hulk rights are kind of sticky. But they have all the big characters, so why play with the smaller characters when the return's not guaranteed? And I think that's the problem with any monopoly, basically. You just have one voice, you don't have as many choices as you would have before. So as excited as I am, and I'm excited about the X-Men joining the MCU, and I'm excited about what Disney's gonna do with all these characters. They have great vision, great casting, and have great storytelling. So I'm not scared about the properties that they're going to get from Fox. I think they're going to do great with all the Marvel properties they get from Fox. But I just don't think they might be able to do all the characters that we want them to. And those characters are the smaller characters because, again, they have the big toys to play with. So sometimes a big voice kind of outshines, and it's louder than all the small voices, and the small voices don't get heard. And I think that's what's going to be the downside of this Fox-Disney deal. But besides that, I think it's going to be good to have everybody under one banner. And I think Sony's going to be the place we're going to have to look forward in the future to see those individual stories that the Marvel probably is not going to tell or want to tell or have the enthusiasm to tell or the financial incentive to tell either. So we might have to look at Sony for those things. So anyway, this is the Tone Show. I'm just babbling my thoughts here. I'm just giving you guys what I think is the downside. There's a lot of upside to this deal, but there is some downside, and we have to admit it. What do you guys think? Put it in the comments down there where it goes. As always, this is the Tone Show. Tone Show. Woo.
Like and subscribe for more Tone Show.
Good coffee.